Good evening. I'm a special educator working in UAE, myself, Sanina. So today we'll be discussing about an important topic, how to handle tandrum in children, especially during the sessions, in the classrooms also. So 3 tips I'm going to give you. So let's get started. First of all, provide the child with a reinforcement, an object-based reinforcement, which you are really sure that the child, he or she, needs it, or create a demand of the object. That's the first one. And the second situation, how to create a situation is, initially when you start with training with a child, you have to make sure the timing is really short. For example, you have started 5 minutes of session, make sure you give a 5-minute break to the child. The third one is give an understanding to the child that I have to complete the task. And you make sure as an educator or a parent, you only reinforce the child when the child completes your demand. And make sure the child is well placed in the chair by restricting the movement in the initial sessions, like initial phase of the session, and gradually increase the distance between yourself and the child. This will create an understanding in the child. I can move, but I have to understand and listen to the instruction placed by the parent or an educator. And one more thing I have to include. When you initially start with the session, I have seen many parents and educators confusing with so many skills, starting with the oral motor skills and then including the fine motor, gross motor, and the name call response skill, everything juggling it together in one session. Please try to avoid this. What you have to do as a beginner or beginning a session with a child, like it can be your new session with a newly diagnosed child, what you have to do is start with an imitation skill. What I used to do during my session is that I start with imitation skill, but I divide this imitation skill into four major areas. Imitation skills with gross motor activities, imitation skills with objects, imitation skill with fine motor activities, imitation skill with oral motor activities. So this is how I gradually teach my child. So what do you understand when I talk about imitation skill with gross motor activity? It can be tap your feet, come to me, it can be this. And what do you understand about imitation skill with object? Get me your car, move your chair, move your toy. What do you understand about imitation skill with fine motor activities? You can ask your child to clap, wiggle your fingers. And what about imitation skill with oral motor movements? Move your tongue, stick out your tongue. Can you show me your beautiful tongue? So this progressive and a graduated approach in teaching, it's really going to help you to progress as an educator or a parent in each session, and you will create a confidence within yourself how to move on. And this is an easy method to track their progress even. So I hope this video, it will be really helpful to each parents and the educators out there. So I'll be coming with more of videos based on this topic. So stay tuned. We will see soon in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.